And we are back here on the Fowler Show, joined by the one and only Congresswoman Kaptur. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so very much for having an Ohio and a Buckeye on your program.
We love Ohio.
We do too. Don't mix us up with Iowa.
No, I would never do that. I would never mix you guys up with Iowa. That's a cardinal sin, right?
Right, that's a cardinal sin.
So, for the folks in Ohio, one part of the night's speech that spoke to them.
Economic recovery, continuing the recovery. The president had a vigorous defense of keeping jobs in this country, investing in America, helping people who are still out of work. They hear him in Ohio when he says, made in America, made in USA, let's export those goods. The automotive industry, keep the recovery going. We're with him.
And speaking of just a second, because I think you're so right. When you talk about manufacturing, you talk about made in America, there's no place that says made in America like Ohio and Michigan and those states. And the president also talked about job training and how critical it is so we can sort of retrofit our workers to the demand out there. And I think that's so clearly needed in Ohio. And the question is is it possible to get it done in this Congress?
I hope so. The president asked us to pass an infrastructure bill for modernization of our roads, airports, highways, water systems by summer. We are capable of doing that. All it takes is the will. The American people want it. Congress is, at the moment, not at once with the American people on that. He also talked about extending unemployment benefits, how important that is. If we don't do that, we lose another 320,000 jobs in the country because those people out of work aren't buying what they normally would buy. And he talked about training, and you've mentioned that. Education for those who are older who've fallen out of the workforce and may need retraining. I brought Manuel Santana from Lorain, Ohio, with me this evening, and he was a worker who was unemployed, a veteran. He went back and got training, and now he teaches in one of our high schools. So he's a perfect example, 40 years old, of someone who had to retool, and I thought he would be a great role model for others. In addition to that, the president talked about our younger people and making sure that in those early years they learn to read, they learn to write. He and his wife are totally dedicated to their own children, and they want every child in America to have that kind of education.
So the president has taken sort of a dip in his approval ratings, and I think a lot of folks are saying, "Oh, this dip in the approval." You've heard a lot from the other side. This dip and from the pundits and the analysts that the dip in approval ratings is going to hurt people who are up for re-election in Ohio, hurt people who are up for re-election in Michigan. You're on the ground there. You clearly have a clear base of voters in Ohio. Does the presidential approval rating really affect you? Does it affect your district, or beyond that, is it overcomable by what he said tonight?
I think that the people of our district hear a candidate, hear a president that talks about jobs and about their livelihoods. That's what's on their minds. They want to pay the bills, home, they want to buy a car and make their payments, they want to send their kids to school. And we've had a lot of job washout in this country. The automotive industry's recovery has just given a lift to our region that you can't imagine, and we are eternally grateful to the president for his leadership on that issue. So I don't know, approval ratings change day to day, but I think his focus on jobs and the economy is a message that will be heard not just in our region but around the country, and it's where the American people want us to be here legislatively, and we need to deliver for them. If we deliver for them, they'll vote for us.
I love it. I couldn't have ended the interview better tonight. If we deliver for the American people, they'll vote for us. Thank you so much for being with us, Congresswoman. I know you had a long day, so let me let you get out of here and get some sleep. I know there's verts in the morning. Thank you so much for being with us.
And thanks for having a Buckeye on your program.